Okay, this you want to understand the difference between current and voltages. Where do they apply? What do they actually mean? In this video, we are going to talk about them without doing any mathematics. We want to have an understanding of what voltage actually means and what current actually means. In so many textbooks, they have defined it in terms of electronics, in terms of sciences. But now let's come to the basic understanding what brought about the definition of voltages and currents. Now, let's say you have a big man. Please mind my drawing. Let's say you have a big man and you have a small boy. Okay, a big man and a small boy. Now, this big man has 50 volts and 2 amp. 50 volt 2 amp. This small boy here, he has 2 volts and 50 amp. Now, I'm going to tell you the difference between this boy and this man, where their volt apply and where the current apply. For example, now let's start with voltage. Let's talk about voltage. Now, voltage, hmm, voltage is the rating of one's ability to work. Voltage, this is not a scientific definition. I want you to come and understand the concept. This is not a definition, it's a concept, it's an understanding. For example, now let me say I want to lift a bag of rice. I want to lift a 50 kg bag of rice. Let me say a 50 kg bag of rice. Okay, I want to lift a 50 kg bag of rice. Now I have two options. It's either I call the man or I call the boy. This boy can't lift this 50 kg bag of rice. Why? Because he does not have enough voltage. Let's say this 50 kg bag of rice now, we need an electric motor rated for 50 volts that would draw up this bag of rice. Let's say this bag of rice, we want to lift it from the ground and we have a belt attached to the bag of rice. And this belt will be rotated by a 50 volt electric motor. That's the voltage rating for this bag of rice. So now we need to call this man to lift the bag of rice. This boy can't lift this bag of rice. It's as simple as that. He can't because he does not have enough voltage. I want you to get my concept. Now, why can't he lift the bag of rice? It's like saying, why can't your newborn baby, lift the couch? They don't have enough strength. This boy does not have enough strength to lift this bag of rice. He will try and kick the bag of rice, The bag of rice will not be shaking, but he can't lift it from the ground. This voltage now cannot be seen as this is not, I'm trying to make you understand something. This is not electronics rules or mathematically proven, but I just want you to have this concept in your head. Let voltage be reasoned as strength. Let's STB for strength. Voltage, I want you to have a back of your mind as strength. Before you apply voltage to a certain thing. For example, I have a lamp at home and my lamp is rated 220 volts and have a 12-volt battery, automatically now I know that my 12-volt battery cannot light my 220-volt lamp because the 12 volt is too small for the 220-volt lamp. Not when you now connect your 220-volt lamp to your 12-volt supply, you now say the lamp is spoiled, that the lamp is... No, you are wrong. The 12-volt supply cannot carry that 220-volt load. This boy cannot carry this bag of rice. It's as simple as that. His voltage is too small. It's just the concept. Now, if this man carries these two bag of rice now, on our concept, that's just the concept of voltage. And let's come to the concept, on our concept. If this man now carry this bag of rice, if this man carries this bag of rice, now he will lift it too. Maybe I tell him, let's say his name is Mr. Mr. John, J for John, and the boy is Ben. So I tell Mr. John, I want you to help me carry this bag of rice, and I want you to be in my house before tomorrow. Okay? Mr. John says yes. Okay, he can carry it. He has 50 volts. He can carry it. Now, Mr. John carries the bag of rice, and the next day I didn't see Mr. John in my house. Then 2 days later, I now saw Mr. John in my house. Then I asked Mr. John, but I told you to come a day ago. Why didn't you come on time? Mr. John now tells me, this bag was very heavy. The bag of rice was very heavy. I could not carry it as fast as I thought. That's because Mr. John has only 2 arms in him. He cannot exceed 2 arms. That's because Mr. John has only 2 arms. He cannot exceed 2 arms. Mr. John can lift the bag of rice, but he's slow because he has only 2 arms. You get the concept? Now, current can be likened to how fast a work can be done. Then voltage is the ability to do the work. If you don't have the voltage, you can't even do the work at all. But if you have the current, if you have current and you don't have the voltage, you can't do the work. But now, if you have the voltage and you have small current, you can do the work but very slowly. But if you still have the voltage and have high current, imagine if Mr. John, and let's say Mr. John had 50 amp. Let's say Mr. John has 50 amp. Mr. John will be in the house before the evening itself because Mr. John has the voltage. Sorry about that. So Mr. John had the voltage and Mr. John have high current. So Mr. John can deliver the work fast. So now let's see about the small boy. Let's give another scenario. Let's say this is Mr. John, and the small boy Ben. Mr. John and the small boy Ben. Small boy Ben has only 2 volts and he has a lot of current. Small children are very agile, unlike old men. Mr. John has 50 volts and only 2 amp. Mr. John has 50 volts and only 2 amp. Small boy has 2 volts and 50 amp. Now, if you now give a 2-volt job to the boy, maybe Mr. John carried the bag of rice. So the boy was supposed to bring the chair to your house. Let me say you are moving. The boy was supposed to bring some chairs to your house. And you tell the boy, please, I want these chairs to be at my place as soon as possible. The boy will say, yes, sir. I want these chairs to be at my place as soon as possible. Let me say this chair is just a 1.5 volt job. See, this chair is a 1.5 volt job. The boy is 2 volt, he can do it. But he will do it extremely fast because he has 50 amps. He will do it extremely fast because he has 50 amps. No matter what it takes, this boy will even use the chair and run. He will come to your house as soon as possible. The boy is agile, he has amps. So that's just the concept, that's just the day-to-day concept of voltage and current. That's day-to-day concept. I want you to have this in the back of your mind. Amps, like the current, is likened to be speed. Why voltage is likened to be strength. Have it back of your mind. If you have this back of your mind, it will be very, very easy for you to grasp the understanding of voltages and current. You get the point? So these two concepts now, I want us to go more professional into it now. Now, after this, you start seeing equations and equations, derivations of voltage, current. You see, I've seen about current dividers, voltage dividers, and other things. But now this is just the basic understanding of current, your day-to-day activity. For example, you are riding your bike. You're riding your bike. You have the strength to ride the bike. That's why the bike can move. You have the voltage, the strength to ride the bike. That's why the bike can move. But how fast you ride that bike is how fast is about your speed. Did you eat that morning? You are more energetic. You ride the bike faster, 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 faster. The bike goes faster. You're like the boy who is young, who wants to ride the bike faster. You get that you are putting in more current. So now let's go to a simulator now. Let me give you a simple example. Let's say we take a voltage source and we take a simple lamp. Okay, this is a lamp and this is a voltage source. This is a 1 volt voltage source. So let's change to a 10 volts. Follow me. 10 volt. Okay, let's check this lamp to let's change this lamp to okay, a 100 volt lamp. 100 volt lamp. Very good. Let's see if we have a switch. Okay, let me look for a switch. Okay, a switch. Okay, let's put the switch here. Now I'm going to turn on this circuit. I'm going to turn on the switch. I want you to tell me if the lamp will go on or not. I want you to tell me that this is a 10 volt power supply. This is a 100 volt lamp. Will the lamp turn on, yes or no? So I'll give you 2 seconds to think about that. Okay, time up. Let's turn on the switch. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's turn on the switch. Now the switch is turned on. The lamp did not lit because the voltage was not enough to light the lamp. This is the scenario between the small boy and the bag of rice. The small boy cannot lift the bag of rice. You get the concept? You can see current flowing. That is, this source is trying, but it cannot. Let's turn it off. So now I've turned it off. I've turned the switch off. Now let's go and call the man. This is the bag of rice. Let's call the man. Fine, let's call this man now. Now we are going to increase this voltage to 100 volts. Scenario, I know the man was 50 volts, but this is likened to the same thing. If you want, we can also switch it. It's likened to the same thing. Let's say the man is now 100 volts because the lamp is 100 volts. It's the same concept. So let's turn it on and see what will happen. Voila! There is light. As simple as that. There is light in the system. The man has carried it. If I tell you now, how fast is this man moving with this lamp? You can check the current. Let's check the current now. You see now that the current is at 300 microamps. It's at 300 microamps. The current actually is at 300 microamps right now. So the man is carrying this at 300 microamps. He can carry it at 300 microamps. So now let's 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 see where the boy and the chair scenario comes in. So let's turn this off. The boy and the chair scenario. Remember, the boy was a 2 volts person. He carried the chair very fast. So the chair was a 1.5 volt job. So let's make our adjustments. So let's say 2 volts. 2 volts. That's the boy. Then let's make the lamp, the chair, 1.5 volts. I think 1.5 volts. 1.5 volts. I want you to observe something. 1.5 volts. Now you see, and the lamp is very bright. The lamp is very bright. Now this boy is able to carry this lamp at 26.3 milliamps. You can imagine. See how fast this boy is going. The man was able to carry the bag of rice for only 300, if you follow, for only 300 microamps. But this boy is carrying this at 26.3 milliamps. So you get the concept there. So this is the difference. I want you to have this concept. I want you to follow me later in the channel, where we will now do a more practical approach to this concept, where we start using equations and start solving. So that I want, if you grab this concept, it will be very easy for you to follow up in the other courses. Okay. Till next time.